Sapphire Cosworth, yeah. Well, it was at work this morning outside when I turned up, and I thought, that looks a right level old car. It just does. So anyway, cut long story short, I thought, oh, I'll do the video for you lads, because everyone knows that I like these. So we're doing a little bit of an unconventional one. Yeah, we don't normally go for a ride up the industrial estate, but I thought we would do, just to actually confirm it does drive, should I say, very well. And we'll put it back into Michael's shed where he's going to line it up. We'll just go through some paperwork that I've got after we've had a little look around the outside. So let's have a quick look around the outside. We better start where all the action happens, which is underneath here. So obviously a couple of bits that have just gone slightly away from standard expansion tank. Cover on the air filter in the box there. Other than that, you've got two identification tags there. We've got a forward wing on there. We've got what appears to be a forward wing on there as well. The numbers on there. But she runs sweet enough, that's the main thing. She's got some adjustable suspension, there's a key for that, I know, just a wheel inside. I'd maybe just back that up a little bit if it was me, but then I'm getting old, aren't I? So you lads will be alright with that, but I'm getting old. And I haven't had a proper look around the outside, but when I pulled up this morning, I thought, as I was just seeing the video, I thought that looks dead straight. I've got one in very similar order. It's a real nice, straight, genuine, usable Sierra. So anyway, obviously sharp tooth on the later wheels, on the later car. She's very acceptable inside. No massive drama. There's your key for you. I might put that in the box actually. There's your key for your suspension to adjust it up. You shouldn't have firm, you should have soft on there. Just I want to back her off a bit softer. She's got a cover on the dash, but underneath the dash there, Josh, I couldn't see any drama. I'll let you do some photographs with it as well, but I couldn't see anything of any concern underneath the cover there. Keep the cover on, that'll save the dash. We've got a non-standard radio, so you have to find yourself a period radio, and then the button on the, there should be a little collar, there's a little bit just gone down there, should be a little collar on there to pull up for reverse. So it's just a case of at the moment just doing that, which yeah, is not particularly challenging, but nonetheless it would be nice to investigate that and just, I don't know if they're available, I don't know if it would have been the same on any Sierra, so it's not just on the Cosworth, but at the moment you have to go like that. So don't ring me say you can't get it in reverse, because I've just put it in reverse for the 5th time now. It's got the Vector, used to fit these back in the day, the Vector I think they call them, alarm, which is very period for its day. Sunroof, which is nice, tilt and slide. The screen there as well is in good order, that's good. So, oh, a VIN number. So VIN number, where it should be, all important VIN number in there. Now I've got clean trousers on, so I said to Michael just now, stick it underneath there, make sure that floor hasn't been welded. He confirms it hasn't. Door shuts and all that are good, look. They're nice. Door cards especially, look at that, that's just about as good as you're going to get. The front one's as good as you're going to get. You ain't going to get much better. The door rubbers or the window rubbers, again, they normally bleed out on here, as you all know, especially on the ends. There. That on this side, they're as good as you're going to get. Oh, I just popped the boot in. We've got a couple of spares in the box. Not sure what's in here. We obviously know what they are. There's some new bolsters should you wish. Power steering reservoir, I believe. A couple of stickers and bits and bats. Well, anyway, they're all obviously going with the car. Fire extinguisher in the back. Bit of top up oil. Jack there, shark tooth I think it was, wheel there. I'm going to ask Michael to leave this mat out. She's a little bit damp. I think it might be leaking, and they used to leak in, Josh, I know, through the back of the lamps here. So water runs down here, they leak in through the back of the lamps. I don't know if it's leaking in there or it's just sweating a little bit, but that just wants leaving out. I'll ask Michael to leave that out. Not too much because it's not wringing wet, but I'll get him to leave that up when we park it up and just dry that out inside. again, before I open the door, the window rubbers near on perfect, so that's good. Door cards, again, you're not going to get any better. You can't fault it in all fairness, can you? Look, it's spot on. Door shut. Again, on the front. Nice in there. I just think it's a right level usable car. It's obviously had some paint. The first thing that shouts out is the bonnet's a bit dull. Personally, I think that wants flatting and painting. Yeah, in primer by the looks of things. If it was me, I would get the bonnet done and the vents. Personally, that's what I'd do fairly quickly on. No hardness there, they're soft enough. I think that's just literally where the car's been quite damp overnight. We had a real damp night last night. I noticed even my new Land Rover was a little bit damp inside, and I noticed on the window of the Sierra when I pulled up this morning there was a bit of dampness around the back of the window. It was one of those real, yeah, sort of sweaty, not very nice nights, wasn't it, last night? So I'm sure that will just do that. There's no temperature rise on the car, and it drives well enough. You see where she is? Yeah, it's not even halfway yet. And obviously we've been up and down the industrial estate a couple of times, didn't we? So that will lower the dress. I think it's one of those cars that just do a few little bits and pieces just to take it perhaps to the next level and just enjoy it. But before we sign off, we've got a lovely folder here with all sorts of information. I have just HPI'd it again. There's some older HPI reports in there that people have done throughout its life. There's a new one which I will add to the folder. I've just left it on my desk down there. Lots of bills and invoices and so forth, and then just a bit of general spec about the Sierra Cosworth, all previous tax discs in there, but just a nice MOT, just a nice little folder there with all the bits. And then we've got the original handbook there, or an original handbook, it could be for the car, and some bits and bats here. Your operation guide, the Ford audio system, which is the radio you want to get, obviously an older warranty back in the day. And these are just, they don't ever register the actual car half the time. I know someone's written in there J blah blah blah, but you'd think these would be a little bit more foolproof, wouldn't you? But anyhow, nonetheless, we have got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 service stamps in that book. I'm sure that they will all tally up with the MOTs and the car itself. But as we say, be sure, come down, do all your checks, make sure it's one for you. I'm just giving you a bit of an oversight this morning as to where I feel we are with the car. That's my view on the little bit of time I've had with it this morning, this last sort of 10 or 15 minutes with the car. Yeah, next step is to come down and have a look and see what you think. In the meantime, I'll go and get the HPI report and add it to the paperwork. Thank you.